This man, while walking, bumps into a beggar lying asleep on the road. Seeing this, the guard asks, "Sir, are you okay?" The man, shouting angrily, says, "Why is he lying at the company's entrance? Why don't you remove him?" The guard, looking worried, replies, "Sir, you don't know. Ever since you left on your business trip, he's been coming here every day and lying down. I've tried to drive him away many times, but he just won't leave." The boss says seriously, "Wake him up. I want to ask him what's going on." Hearing this, the guard shakes the beggar and says loudly, "Hey man, wake up, wake up! Our boss wants to talk to you." As soon as he hears this, the beggar quickly stands up, shakes hands with the boss, and says, "Hello, sir. I'm looking for my girlfriend. Her name is Xiao Mei." The boss, startled, pulls his hand back and asks, "What did you say? What's your girlfriend's name?" The beggar hesitates and says, "Xiao Mei." Hearing this, the assistant snaps, "What nonsense are you talking about? Xiao Mei is our boss's girlfriend, and they're about to get married." The beggar says helplessly, "I'm not lying. I really came here to find my girlfriend. Her name is Xiao Mei. Can you call her? Ask her to come down. I want to talk to her face to face." The assistant, more surprised, asks, "You don't even have her number. How are we supposed to believe you?" The beggar, flustered, says, "I'm not lying." Then he takes out his phone and says, "I have a photo with her. Take a look." As soon as the guard grabs the phone and sees the picture, she looks shocked and shows it to the boss. The boss, surprised, asks, "Young man, are you absolutely sure she's your girlfriend?" The beggar replies confidently, "I'm absolutely sure. I've been sitting outside your company for days. She hasn't come down to see me. I call her, she doesn't answer. I text her, she doesn't reply. I'm practically going crazy." The boss calmly says, "Young man, wait, I'll call her. Whether you're telling the truth or not, we'll get to the bottom of this today." With that, he calls the girl. The girlfriend answers with a smile and says, "I'm about to go try on my wedding dress. By the way, can I tell you something?" After hearing his response, she says, "Can you buy me a sports car? That big car you have is inconvenient for getting around." The boyfriend replies seriously, "All right, I'll buy it for you." The girl smiles and says, "Really? You're such a great boyfriend. So tell me, why did you call me?" The man says seriously, "There's something important I need to talk to you about. It's not something I can say over the phone. Come to my office right away." The girl hangs up and hurriedly gets into her car. The boss then says to the beggar seriously, "Young man, I've called her. This is the company entrance. This isn't the place to talk. Come to my office. You'll get an answer today." The boss brings the man into his office and asks him to sit, then says, "She's on her way. But first, I want to know what happened between the two of you." The man, speaking with despair, says, "Sir, here's the thing. Xiao Mei and I are from the same village. We grew up together. We enrolled in college together, but her family wasn't well off. So I chose to support her. I gave up my own studies and started working for her. Over the years, I worked extremely hard. I did security jobs and all kinds of labor. I sent her 5,000 yuan every month for expenses. Then she graduated from college and got a good job in the city. From that day on, she started looking down on me. But it's okay. I don't blame her. It was all my choice. I came this time because someone in my family is sick and we urgently need money for treatment. I borrowed from everywhere I could, tried every possible way, but now I have no options left, so I came to find her. But she said she didn't have any money, and then she gave me an idea. She told me to create a plan for her to make money. I could earn a reward of 5,000 yuan, so I made the plan for her and handed it over. But then Xiao Ji suddenly disappeared. I called her, she didn't answer. I messaged her, she didn't reply. I couldn't find her anywhere. That's why I came straight to your office to look for her. Sir, I never expected her to treat my feelings like a joke." The boss says seriously, "Young man, I think I understand what happened between you two. But you're saying you wrote the plan for her? You didn't even finish college, right? So how did you come up with this plan?" The man explains in a low voice, "Although I didn't get into a formal university, I never gave up on studying. Every night after work, I studied consistently." The boss says calmly, "Oh, so that's how it is. So which product of our company did you create the marketing plan for?" The man looks around, points at the product on the table and says, "Sir, I made the plan for this product." The boss says in shock, "You're not joking, are you? This is our company's new product. How could you have written this plan?" The man defends himself, "Sir, I really did make this plan." The boss asks calmly, "All right, if that's what you're saying, then tell me, how much reward did Xiao Mei say you'd get for this plan?" The man replies happily, 5,000 yuan. The boss says in surprise, 5,000? That's not right. In our company, company, every new product plan gets a 100,000 yuan bonus, and I already had finance transfer that money to Xiaomei. The man says nervously, "Sir, I'm not joking. I really made this plan. I went to the market to do research and stayed up all night to complete it." The boss says calmly, "All right, I'll investigate this matter. But young man, if you say you wrote this plan, how are you going to prove it?" At that moment, Xiaomei walks into the office and says sweetly, "Missed me after just one day?" The boss says seriously, "First, look at the man sitting next to you. Do you recognize him?" Xiaomei, looking nervous, says, "I don't know him. Who is he?" The boss asks, "You don't know him? Are you sure?" The girl hesitates and says, "I don't know him. I've never seen him before." The boss picks up a file and says, "All right, let me show you something. This is our company's plan. You wrote this plan. Your name and stamp are on it. Are you absolutely sure you wrote this plan? The 100,000 yuan bonus I transferred to you. You received it, right?" As the girl says, "Yes," the boss calmly continues, "So you're admitting that you wrote the plan, your name is on it, and you received the 100,000 yuan bonus. All right, this afternoon I have a very important contract to sign regarding this new product, but I don't know much about this product yet. So this afternoon, without looking at the plan, you'll take the product and clearly explain its features and selling points. Can you do that?" The girl, flustered, says, "What's the need for that? I can't explain it without looking at the plan." At that moment, the young man cuts in and says, "Sir, I can explain this product without looking at the plan." The boss says seriously, "Young man, since you've said that, I'll give you a chance. If you can clearly explain this product without looking at the plan, then today I'll believe you without any conditions." As soon as the man holds the product in front of him, he starts explaining everything about it, its quality, marketing, and all the details to the boss. After listening, the boss smiles and says, "Young man, you gave a very good introduction. Now I understand the truth. Xiaoji, let me ask you one more time. Are you still claiming that you wrote this plan?" The girl nods yes. The boss stands up and shouts, "You're still being stubborn? This plan was clearly written by this young man for you, and you promised him 5,000 yen as a reward. How can you be so heartless? I gave you a full 100,000 yen, and to this day, you haven't even given him the 5,000. He kept calling you, and you didn't answer. He sent messages, and you ignored them. Don't you feel any shame at all? And tell me, wasn't he the one who worked hard to support your education? And now that you've become successful, moved to the big city, become a manager, and started making money, you refuse to even acknowledge him? How can you be so ungrateful? And how could you do something like this as my girlfriend?" The girl, making a face, says, "Oh, come on. Look at what he's wearing. And then look at me. He's just a dirty, smelly countryman. How could he ever be worthy of me?" The boss yells, "Shut up! Who are you calling a dirty country person? Aren't you both from the same village? If he's a dirty countryman, then what does that make you? Listen, don't think that just because you've spent a few days in the city, eaten some Western food and steak, that you've become someone special. Remember, a person should never forget their roots, never forget where they came from." The girl tries to explain seriously, "Honey, don't be mad at me because of someone like him. We're about to get married soon. We're going to be a family." The boss says in shock, "Married?" The girl replies, surprised, "Yes, our marriage is already arranged. I've even picked out my wedding dress." The boss says firmly, "Listen, this wedding is cancelled. Now please leave." Then turning to the young man, he says, "From today on, you will take her position. I'll give you even better Dayu, only better, not worse. And that 100,000 yen bonus, I'll take it back from her and give it to you." The girl shouts angrily, "Yang, how can you do this to me? I'm your girlfriend." The man says seriously, "Then listen carefully. From now on, you are nothing to me. Do you really think I would marry someone so ungrateful? There's no place for you in my company anymore. Now I'm telling you, get out." Guys, what do you think? Did he do the right thing? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.